Hi and good morning and welcome to another video from Dale Farm. We've had an interesting week and so I'm going to just basically give you a recap of what the weather's been doing. In short, we had about 100 millimetres of rain in a 36-hour period, and we've had snow and we've had ice and we've had some very cold wind as well. So it's mainly showing you the weather, the livestock and the countryside. Hope you'll enjoy it. Sunday was a cold day. Started off with a lovely sunrise and then it clouded over. We've got 3 groups of sheep. We've got 2 main groups of ewes that are breeding, and then we've got 1 group, the sort of bits and pieces group, which is lambs from last year and a few cull ewes. And every morning we go around the 3 groups and we're giving them some hay, as you can see here. And for our part of Derbyshire in the Peak District, we had an amber weather warning, which is quite a serious weather warning for a lot of rain and Storm Christoph.
It's not raining hard now. It's rained quite heavy in the night. The ground's really all sodden. But give it wet, I think, all day today and maybe tomorrow as well. But, it's mild and it's not blowing a gale, so you have to try and look on the positive. That's me. Horse half full rather than half empty.
You're a legend. You're a legend. Come on! Overnight it had rained very heavy, the fields really wet. The ewes seem in quite good order, fairly perky, ready for their hay, and I'm trying to show here how saturated the ground is, and it makes moving around with any vehicles a mess. And we had just changed the tyres on the Kubota, which was very good. We needed it, and as you can see here, the cows, they're in a lot of mud. They have got stone underneath and just lots of standing water without the opportunity for it to drain away. So the thought of more rain coming was a concern. You can see from this gateway here how messed up it's getting. I always worry when I see it like this. I think it's never going to recover. And usually, thankfully, it does dry up and we end up with dust. But this gateway, always a mess. Lots of standing water. And this is the state of things on Wednesday morning, with a lot more rain due to fall.
Well, it's absolutely wet through to the point of ground. It's absolutely sodden. But it's mild and it's calmish, but the ground is really...
We've had a lot of rain, haven't we?
Yeah, this last 48 hours has rained heavy, and say the ground, even this higher ground, which drains well, is exceptionally wet. But hey ho, we keep plodding on.
Come on! Come on! This is the site of the ewes coming up the Dale field, away from the farm, towards some higher ground, ready for their feeding. And then after that, the rain got really, really heavy. The cats have got the right idea. However, the conditions really, really took a turn for the worse. And by the evening, it was absolutely hammering it down. And then it looked like snow was starting to fall. And me being a bit of a worrier, I was worried about the pigs in particular, due to the amount of rainfall, that they could get flooded. So 10:30 at night, I couldn't rest. Me and Nick went out to check on the pigs. They were fine. They were perfectly cosy in their hut, lots of straw in there. And so I went back to the house and thought, hopefully things will be fine in the morning. Yesterday, the weather here was nothing short of terrible. Really very worrying amounts of rain on already wet ground. So after a bad night's sleep, I'm gonna go find out what's what. Morning, squeakers! Right. So lots of nice fresh straw in the house. This is dry ground. And this is the hay loft where the small bales of hay live. So just grabbing a few of those and getting them ready to drop onto the back of the truck as we go round feeding and checking everyone's all right. You can see them having a bit of a shake off, ready to start the day, and thankfully it was dry, and this is on Thursday morning. Dry and a bit of snow on the ground. There they are.
Well, we woke up to just covering the snow this morning. The last 2 days have been incessantly wet, really bad. Well, for the animals, incessant rain. So it's nice to have it dry for a few hours this morning. It's snow on the ground, well, we've got plenty of feed for them and they'll be fine.
I'll tell you what's not dry.
Pardon?
I'll tell you what's not dry is the end of our noses.
Yeah.
Up this.
Yeah, well,
So that's where they spent the night, do you think?
yeah. Yes.
No snow lower down. And the cows, they spent the night further down under a hedge, under a tree. They've just come up for their feed now and water. And the sheep are ready.
That wall side and then get down that wall side.
Which is quite breezy, isn't it? Over this wall. The main issue now is the wind chill. There was a very cold wind blowing, but the sheep can shelter under the walls. Sometimes I get questions about, do we bring the sheep in if the weather is bad? And the answer really is no. They tend to find shelter underneath the wall sides, and they're pretty hardy. They tend to be fine outside. We've never had to bring them in, even during deep snow. So that was Thursday. Drier, a bit of snow on the ground, and very cold. Cold, yeah, very cold wind. Which brings us to Friday morning, and what a glorious morning. Time to get some jobs done. It's been a bit of a rough week for us, and so it's the first dry day, and we're sorting out the lame sheep. Still got a few coming up lame, so we've got some different stuff from the vets, and we're just getting them in and having a look. We have been foot bathing the sheep and treating any ones that have come up lame. We did some foot trimming back in the late autumn, but still a few seem to suffer with this lameness. So we have got something different from the vet, and we're treating them and having a general check over. As you can see, one's having a limp there post-treatment, and then off they go back out to the field to enjoy a bit of sun on their backs, which is nice. absolutely glorious day on Friday. Very cold but wonderful, and after we'd done the feet, we gave the sheep late breakfast. As you can see here, them enjoying their hay underneath the wall side. That's Doris at the front, taking a great big mouthful of hay, looking very happy and content. And that's the second group of sheep. I call them the new ewes. So this is the stuff. And yes, it does say son. I think the account would have been set up by my grandfather, my granddad, as he was running the farm before my dad. And so it's kind of just continuation from that. J.H. Shimwell and Sons was the original business name. So this is us driving down the new ewes into the shed on Saturday morning to do their feet and sort them out. They are getting better at driving down. And for those of you who spotted the horse doesn't belong to us. It belongs to a local lady and she keeps it in the field. After we'd done the new ewes, off they went back out to the field and to be fed, and the snow started to fall quite thick and fast, and the landscape all of a sudden goes back to being a winter wonderland again, as you'll see from this shot. Ah, all pretty in the snow. And this gorgeous panorama is a view you'll be familiar with if you've watched previous videos. I love to come here to look at the view in the morning over our local area, and everything a complete whiteout, quite fantastic. So it's a snowy end to the video. I hope that you've enjoyed watching, and we'll bring you another update very soon. Bye!